Raster data processing and importing. Raster data routes in 1:dim 250,000 data cropped in a certain region of Guizhou Province, China. Grid processing is completed by using grids. Each grid represents 100 meters x 100 meters, in the region. A pivot can be got in each grid and imported into the relational database to be a record. The picked data includes grid number, terrain slope, terrain aspect, grid coordinates, land use type and land cover type, etc. There are more than 280 records generated in the region. Slope and aspect, which are correlative each other, are parameters commonly used to describe the terrain. Slope reflects the inclination degree of slope and the latter represents the direction which the slope faces. In terms of land use and land cover, the slope and aspect have many uses. For example, the slope exceeding 35 degrees should not be developed in general in the agricultural land development. Slope is the function of points, which is the angle between the normal direction non-vertical directions aiming at a certain point in the surface and can be represented using alpha. In practice, it is no use in computing the slope of each point. Average slope of a basic grid unit is often used to represent corresponding signification. Aspect is the angle between the projection of normal direction and the due direction, that is, the direction of azimuth between the projection vectors. Beta is often to be described to represent the aspect. See Fig.2. Terrain slope and aspect. Elevation representation. Baranto, H1, H2, H3, H4 is respectively the elevation of 4 corner points in the grid, dis the grid length of each side. Similarly, dx, di represents respectively grid length of horizontal or vertical side, H1, J plus 1, H2, J plus 1, H1, J, H2, denotes respectively the elevation of 4 corner points in the grid. See Fig.3. The created content of data during the course of being cropped can be described as follows, which takes slope for example. See Fig.4. Slope data in a certain region. In Fig.4, Ncos represents the list of the raster and Rao shows the rows. And X11 corner, Y11 corner represent respectively the coordinates of left underside corner in the whole raster range. Besides, cell size notes the grid size, which can be expressed in the manner of meter. Corresponding values can be got by using procedures to import the above-mentioned data into the relational databases of SQL Server 2000. These values may be arranged in the sequence of known row or list number. For example, corresponding value is I, J plus 1 respectively when id equals 1, 2. Similar conclusions can also be made. The arrangement method of raster data can be described in Table 1 and Figure 5. Arrangement method of raster data.